She's the most decorated athlete ever to come out of Macon County High School. Her specialty was basketball, but she was a very good softball player as well. She is Nera White.
It's an outside shot that 3 different Huskies could wind up with a double-double.
College women's basketball is as popular as it's ever been. Nashville recently hosted the Women's Final Four that drew sellout crowds to Bridgestone Arena. A lot of the game's popularity today can be traced back to the pioneers of the sport. One of those pioneers calls Lafayette home. The Nashville Tennessean thinks so highly of Nera White's accomplishments, they placed her photograph on the front page of the Sunday, April 6th edition in connection with the Women's Final Four. White was born in Macon County in 1935. She started playing sports at an early age, but she tells me she played basketball rarely as a child. It wasn't until high school when she played basketball consistently, starring on the Macon County High School squad. After leading her team to the district title her junior season, White then graduated from MCHS the next year and headed to Nashville Business College. It was then she suited up for NBC. In those days, the Amateur Athletic Union, or AAU, governed women's sports. There was no time limit on the number of years a young woman could play basketball. White made the most of that. She played 15 seasons for Nashville Business College from 1954 until 1969. She played on some great teams. White led NBC to an incredible 10 national championships in her 15 years as a player. 3 of her other teams finished second. NBC's biggest rival in those years was Wayland Baptist College of Texas. White tells me the 5 years NBC did not win the national title when she played, Wayland Baptist was the team cutting down the nets. During her 15-year career, White was named an All-American all 15 years and was named Most Valuable Player in 10 of those seasons. Perhaps her greatest accomplishment while playing basketball came in 1957. Led by White, the Americans headed to Brazil for the World Championship Games. For many of the young ladies, it was the first time they had ever flown on an airplane. The U.S. defeated Russia 51-48 in the final. The Americans were the best in the world, and White was named the tournament's most valuable player. You could conclude that White was the best female basketball player in the world that year. In case you're wondering, women's basketball did not become an Olympic sport until 1976. During her playing days at NBC, it was not uncommon for White and her teammates to travel across the country just to play the game they all loved dearly. NBC furnished 2 cars. Coach John Head drove 1 car and White the other to faraway trips in Missouri, Texas, and New Mexico. The women on the team were either NBC students or they worked, but still found time to play basketball. White says the thing she enjoyed most about basketball, besides winning consistently, was she had the opportunity to travel and make lifelong friends. When her playing days were over, she continued to make news in the sports world. White is a member of 5 Halls of Fame. She's a member of the Helms Women's Hall of Fame, the AAU Basketball Hall of Fame, the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame, the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, and the Naismith Hall of Fame. White is the first woman ever inducted into this Hall of Fame. Induction ceremonies were held in Springfield, Massachusetts in 1992.
Nera White.
Later that same year, Macon County officials honored White, renaming the school's gym the Nera White Gymnasium. Local officials also renamed a stretch of Highway 10 in Lafayette the Nera White Highway. White tells me of all the honors and awards she's received, the local honors mean most to her because to her, having her hometown's love and support mean much more than national awards. White says female athletes in her day were just as talented as the young women playing today. It's probably fair to say White would be just as successful today on the basketball court as she was 50 years ago. She truly is a living legend and a pioneer for the women's game. Nera White, one of Macon County's top athletes of all time. Reporting in Macon County, Barry Hyatt, NCTV.